Now, I was looking for some sort of racing history to talk to you guys about today, and I ran across a story that completely blew my mind. It started with me researching turboaxles. Now, the term turboaxle is a bit misleading because what a turboaxle actually is it is a jet turbine attached to a rear differential. Now, this all started with a mail order company by the name of Turbo Teak in Florida, that the owner had a long-standing history of making ballistic rockets for the US government. Well, when he left his government work, he decided, well, why don't we integrate the exact same thing that I was already doing with all of this engineering knowledge in making a car go faster? When he was done actually designing all of his kits, he actually had multiple kits that ranged from anywhere between $2,400 to as much as close to $5,000. That would range from anywhere between 45 horsepower all the way up to 1,300 horsepower. But the first time that they actually tried one of these kits, they took the axle and they attached it to a go-kart. Now keep in mind that this was a smaller prototype axle that they put on this go-kart in order to test out their theories. But the run lasted approximately 5 seconds to go a quarter of a mile. This record is still held today, because who the hell would be dumb enough to break it? Fast forward to 1965, and a man by the name of Roy Drew, or Roy Mr. Pitiful Drew, built himself a Volkswagen, known as the Black Widow. Kit that he used added approximately 800 to 900 horsepower. Now, up until 1965, Roy really hadn't done much but really show the car off, because he was still trying to get it ready to really go head-to-head with a heavy hitter. That heavy hitter was Tommy Ivo. Roy and the Black Widow actually got their chance in 1966. Now, Roy and the Black Widow finished the quarter mile in 9.3 seconds at a top speed of 163 miles an hour. People lost their mind, and Tommy wanted a rematch. And Mr. Pitiful, well, he was more than happy to oblige. A couple weeks later, both of them showed up at an airstrip drag race. The lights changed and Roy headed down the drag strip like a champ. It was pretty clear that Roy was gonna take this one from Tommy again. Fun fact, when a Volkswagen hits about 183 miles an hour, it turns into a giant wing and shoots up into the air. That's right, the Black Widow went airborne at the end of the track, and Roy crossed the finish line about 6 feet off of the ground, inverted. The Black Widow ended up landing on its roof, and amazingly enough, Roy walked away from the accident completely unharmed. Roy was immediately quoted as saying, "That was the greatest ride I've ever had, and it felt like I had all the power in the world." Brass balls, dude.